Do essential oils really work? That is a great question. And this is going to be a personal review. But if you want the more scientific side of this topic, then check out the part 1 video that I did titled, Do Essential Oils Really Work? Essential Oil Scientific Studies. I'll link that down below in the description of this video for you to check out. But this video is going to be my personal review of do essential oils actually work? So my name is Melinda, here as the oil coach, and I've been using essential oils now for 8 years consistently. And so as you can imagine, I've had plenty of personal experiences with using essential oils during this time, both my own experiences and my family and friends' experiences as well. Now, first of all, I must say that the quality and the purity of the essential oil is essential. Years before I started using essential oils personally, my mom heard that lavender oil was great for if you got burnt. Well, she got burnt while cooking in the kitchen one day, and she decided to give the lavender a try. She had a random lavender essential oil from the health food store, and she grabbed it and applied it to the burn. Well, sadly, the result was not what she was looking for. It didn't give her the relief that she was told it would give her. So after trying the lavender a few times for a kitchen burn from time to time, she came to the conclusion that essential oils just didn't do all that much. Well, sometime later, essential oils were really starting to be a big thing, and we wound up finding out that the quality and the purity of the oil is what determines if the oil is actually going to work, which of course makes total sense. So now that she is using quality essential oils, she has found great relief from using lavender for burns. And I might add, the relief is almost immediate. So the first thing you want to make sure of before you use essential oils is that you make sure that the oils you're going to try are of the best quality and purity. Now this can be tricky because the FDA doesn't regulate essential oil purity and quality, and from the research that I've done and the information that I've seen, it can be very easy to adulterate essential oils with substances that on a simple test may appear to be the real deal, but when you put the oil through extensive testing, you find out that the oil is actually contaminated or mixed with other substances and is not the 100% pure oil that it is labeled to be. So when you use an oil that is not what it says it is on the label, you might use an oil like my mother did in the past and say, oils just don't work. But most likely that is because the quality and the purity of that oil was not up to par, as in the example I just gave of my mom. Now, like I mentioned, I've studied a lot of information about essential oils, and I have a certain company that I trust to purchase my oils from. Feel free to do your own research, but if you'd like to see the company that I choose to use for myself, then check out my top 10 oils class link in the description below. Now, like I mentioned, I've had a lot of different experiences with essential oils in the past 8 years of using them. And one of my experiences was using peppermint essential oil for a fever, along with some other immune supporting oils for overcoming a bug that I had. I was asked to play the piano in my cousin's wedding, and so I traveled with my family to the state she lives in, and a couple of days before the wedding, I came down with some sort of a bug, and I had fever and chills, and I was just feeling awful. Well, I obviously couldn't just cancel playing in her wedding, so I got very consistent with using my oils to try and overcome this in time for her wedding. I was using peppermint essential oil down my spine and a few other essential oils to support my immune system. Well, come the day of the wedding, I wasn't 100%, but I felt good enough that I was able to take part in the wedding like I had committed to do. Another experience I had was I had this event that I had committed to going to and helping run on the weekend. Well, a couple of days ahead of time, I started feeling a head cold coming on. I'm sure we both know that feeling, right? Well, anyway, I started getting worried because there was no way that I could back out of this event, and I couldn't go if I was sick. So again, what did I do? I started faithfully taking some immune boosting essential oils in a capsule all day. I mean, I would literally set a timer and take a capsule as soon as that timer would go off, faithfully all throughout the day. I was determined not to come down totally sick. Well, long story short, I never came down with the full head cold, and come the day of the meeting, I was almost back to feeling perfect, and I was able to get to the meeting and help out like I had committed to do. So many a times, essential oils have saved the day for me. Of course, I'm obviously not saying that essential oils will forever keep you from coming down with a bug of some sort, but my experience has been that with the consistent use of some great immune supporting oils such as cinnamon, clove, oregano, rosemary, and others, the bug goes away much quicker. Now, how do I know this? Well, more than once in the past 8 years, a bug has been through our neighborhood, and where we might have had it for a couple of days, our neighbors told us that they had it for 2 weeks. Now, supporting the immune system isn't the only thing essential oils are good for by any means, even though that's a big one. But I've had support in many other areas as well. Peppermint or different blends of oils like marjoram, lavender, cypress, wintergreen, and others have really supported my body when I had a headache, or when I've been working out and using my muscles differently than my body is used to, or I live on a ranch, so when hay season comes around, hours spent in the tractor often lead to tight, tense shoulder and neck muscles, and I found the oils I just mentioned work incredibly well for soothing those muscles. Another thing I've had great success with using essential oils for has been with monthly cramps. I use a blend of oils that has clary sage, lavender, Roman chamomile, geranium, and others in it every day on my lower belly and around my ankles, and it's really helped me to have a much easier cycle. If I happen to have some cramps, I use wintergreen oil over my belly, and that has really helped me with those as well. Another thing I've had amazing success with is using oils for digestive issues, whether I have just an upset stomach, or maybe something didn't set well that I ate, or even when a stomach bug is going around. Peppermint and oils like ginger and coriander, cardamom, and others have been lifesavers and have really helped me during situations like that. Also, from time to time, we all deal with congestion, right? Well, in my experience, oils like eucalyptus, cardamom, lemon, of course, peppermint, and others have worked incredibly well for me in clearing out my airways and helping me to breathe freely again. Those are a few of my personal experiences with using oils. Of course, I also love diffusing oils. They're so uplifting and make a room smell inviting and clean. Oils like orange and lime and different mixtures of oils are incredible. So these are just a few of my personal experiences with essential oils. So back to the question, do essential oils work? My answer, coming from my personal experience, is as long as they are top quality and purity, yes, essential oils really do work. If you'd like to learn all about my top picks of essential oils and what I use these essential oils for, then check out the link below to my free essential oil class, where you will learn so much more all about these oils, along with the brand of oil that I trust when it comes to taking care of my personal health. So go ahead and click on the link below, and I look forward to seeing you there.